All right, I'm now joined by the National Bleeding Disorders Foundation's Chief Executive Officer and President, Phil Gattone. Phil, always good to see you. Nice to see you
Patrick,
today.
great to be with you.
So, Phil and I chatted about bringing Phil onto BloodStream a little bit more often so that when we spoke, it wasn't so much what's been going on in the last 6 months, the last year, but more so just the last few weeks, so that we could get a little bit more of a finger on the pulse with you and the foundation through you. With that being said, I spoke to you during BDC now about a month ago. BloodStream listeners got to hear that. What has been going on with you and the foundation in the month or so since the BDC?
First of all, thanks for having me, and congratulations to you and the whole team on all the recent success. And congratulations on the merger with Brandstar. That's going to be an amazing partnership. And just want to say thank you for your leadership, Patrick. You have been a great friend to me and helped me get settled into this new role. And I just want to say thanks for that. And I will say after BDC, the excitement is still there for me. The kind words keep coming in, and I'm so encouraged by the experience that people had at BDC. We're really grateful for the participation and the support when we were together in Atlanta. And it's just carrying through right now. I've been really privileged to visit so many different chapters across the country and communities to learn more about the experience of living with a bleeding disorder, finding out what's happening locally. So that's really been my main activity this past month. And I've been in Iowa and in South Carolina and Texas and Nebraska, where not only did I participate in my first infusion clinic, but I also was part of their walk. And they had a guy there named the Pancake Man who's been doing this for 39 years. And I caught not one, but four pancakes that he flipped my way well over 20 feet, the last one. So I've been involved in different community
Whoa.
activities, but aside from all the fun things, it's been really meaningful to me to meet families, meet individuals. I've been in Nevada, and I've been at a couple of national meetings as well. I was in Michigan recently for a national women's conference, and
Mm-hmm.
it was so inspiring to see the leadership that's being shown, not only in Michigan with Sue Lurch and her whole team there, but the partnership with our national organization and communities around the country. And then I was also in New Orleans for the Hemophilia Alliance National Fall meeting they had. So I got to meet several leaders and people who are serving at HTCs around the country. And that was remarkable. I actually got to visit an HTC both in Charlotte with Dr. Paulette Bryan, who started that, and then
Hmm.
also in New Orleans at Tulane. And Jennifer with the Alliance showed me around there, and what a great team, and what an amazing resource it is for families to be able to get the care that they need in an integrated, coordinated way. So I was able to participate in the Alliance meeting. I've been having a great time learning and getting to meet some people.
How have you done all of this in the last month? You just named like 10 places. I saw you a month ago. Like, how
Yeah.
have you kept all of this up?
It was really planned, and I get fuel from being around people who are doing good work. I get inspired by the stories that people are sharing with me and the courage that they show each and every day. The real work, visiting, is logistically challenging sometimes, but that's not the real work. The real work is in
Hmm.
the community. The communities are doing the work every day. It's inspiring to know that when you find out you have a bleeding disorder, you have an inheritable bleeding or blood disorder, and you need help, you need some information, you need some guidance, you need to find a community, because oftentimes you feel all alone. And it's so nice to know that there are people who have been down that road before, and that they're there to help, and they willingly and happily want to help. And when I see that, I really am inspired and energized by it. So I don't get worn down by this kind of work and travel. I get inspired, and I wish I could do more of it.
Listeners will probably be amused to hear a couple of weeks ago, I went to the airport here in Los Angeles. I had a little quick trip to make to Phoenix. I had to get a bit of work done in the 30 minutes I had before the flight boarded, though. So I went to my gate and I tried to find a little corner, and I found a corner, and there wasn't many people. There's one guy sitting there, also seemed like he was trying to pull away and do some work. And I'm looking at him from behind, but something seemed a little familiar. So I took a couple steps closer. I got partial profile and I was like, is that? And then I heard his voice. And I was like, are you kidding me that Phil Gattone is sitting in this terminal right now?
Yeah.
So I went and sat across from him. He's in a meeting. I just waited for him to incidentally look up and see me, which at some point happened. And he was like, what?
Yeah, it blew me away. I could not believe that we both had the same mindset. We need to figure out a way to get so that we can hide and get some work done. And we went to the same little hole in the airport.
Same hiding spot.
Yeah, amazing. I was on a call with my team, many of my teammates, and I turned the laptop around and said, "Guess who just walked up and said hello to me?" So
Hi,
it's
Peter. Hi,
yeah,
Christy.
yeah. It was serendipity. It tells me that I'm in the right place.
Yeah, well, I guess they didn't tell you during onboarding, but any leader at the NBDF, when they come through LAX, they have to say hello to me. So if you don't prearrange it, I just show up at
You
your
find me.
gate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
it's just the longstanding tradition. You
absolutely.
mentioned the infusion clinic, and I'm guessing that's where I saw photos of you being infused. How did that come to be, and what was that like?
Oh, that was amazing, and I just want to say thank you to the Nebraska chapter, Maureen. Thank you so much for your leadership and helping so many families. What an amazing experience, Patrick! Walking in, seeing young people, people my age and everywhere in between, learning how to infuse, practicing under the supervision of amazing nurses and healthcare professionals who were volunteering their time to help. There was a young lady, first name is Clay, and Clay has a boyfriend who has hemophilia. And Clay wanted to learn how to infuse so she could help her boyfriend, which I thought was just amazingly loving and kind. And she didn't want to practice on her boyfriend. She didn't want to hurt him, but she was perfectly willing to try on me. So I was the guinea pig and happy to do it and learned so much in the process. She did great. She got my vein the first try, and we celebrated
Hey.
our big stick award. And the nurse who helped was just amazing and so kind. And it was an inspiring time for me. It was really a wonderful time, but it was also emotional because I started
Hmm.
thinking that so many individuals do this as a matter of course. They do this as a matter of their work, and I can't believe the kind of activity that you have to undergo to do this
Hmm.
regularly. So to me, it's just one little taste of what people experience on a daily basis, weekly basis, and I'm grateful for the opportunity and thankful to Clay that she got me on the first try. I told her 5 tries was the limit. Got it right
Wow.
on the first try.
That was a generous limit. I would have been like, if you feel anxious at all, we should just call this off.
Exactly. That's what the nurse said. She,
Well,
she said, it's 5 is a lot, Phil. Maybe 2. And I said, that's all right. Well, I wanted to take the pressure off, and Clay did great.
that's fantastic. And I will say, I didn't know you were going to do that. You certainly didn't have to. It's hardly a requirement of the post. But there is something connecting about seeing an image of you undergoing that experience, in that I see you not only undergoing something I undergo and therefore feel, oh, okay, we're a little bit more deeply connected now, but it's the fact you're doing it in the first place. It's the desire, it's the interest in, can I experience just a touch of what many that I now serve in this community experience? To me, that sends a signal that gives me great confidence that this is someone who's thinking along those lines. When I'm talking to him, when he's behind closed doors, when he's having just private thoughts and thinking about how to solve problems, I
Thank
know you're thinking about me when I
thank you.
see you do something like that. And so thank you for the courage to put your arm at risk.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I'm so encouraged by those words. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. So we'll have Halloween come and go, and then we'll talk to you again probably just before Thanksgiving in the episode that likely will come out the day after Thanksgiving. So Black Friday, you can fire up BloodStream, see what Patrick and Phil are talking about this time. What's top of mind for you in the next 4 or 5 weeks between now and Thanksgiving? What's
Sure.
going on
Well,
with you?
just real quick, 2 things. One is we're finalizing our operating plan and our budget for 2025. And I'm very sensitive to the commitment that we've made to our community. We have to live within our means. We have to be responsible and good stewards we're a public trust. People trust us with their resources to do good work. So we're planning our budget and operating plan for next year. And as I do that, I just want to say that it's my hope that all of our national organizations around the country who are doing such good work in our community will take the time and invest the time to consider working together more closely, because our communities need the help. Our communities deserve the help. And I think it's up to all of us as national leaders to work together as efficiently and as effectively as we can. And I'm saying that with the added comment that the national organizations that I've worked with and the individuals who are leading around the country have been doing that. They have been very collaborative. They've been very kind to me. The spirit of collaboration and coordination is there. And so the environment is set for us to really leverage our resources to make a bigger impact together. And that's what I look forward to finalizing in the next 30 days or so. So when we talk next, hopefully we'll have kind of a final plan for 2025, and I can share some of the exciting things that are going to take place.
Well, there you go. You can anticipate at least one of my questions in a few weeks' time. So we'll look forward to that. Phil, thanks for, amidst all this travel and all this activity, carving out time for BloodStream. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you coming on. Thanks, man.
You bet, Patrick. Thank you.